what's up, everyone? Welcome to this MYXclusive interview. I am VJ IE from the #1 music channel in the Philippines, Mix. And for today, we have an international artist joining us all the way from California. She's a 21-year-old singer-songwriter and a multi-instrumentalist. And if you follow her on her socials and if you've seen her music video, you'd know she's also a great skateboarder, guys. And for music, she started out as a busker in Los Angeles, and now she's dubbed as the new it girl of alternative R&B. And Blackpink's Lisa posted a dance cover of her debut single, Tomboy, and she also got to meet her virtually. We're going to be talking about that later on, but for now, please help me welcome Destiny Rogers.
Thank you. That was a great intro.
Oh, thank you. Good morning from the Philippines. May we know, where in California you are right now and what time is it there?
Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles. It's 6:08 p.m. It's Wednesday. So it's Thursday over there?
Yes, it is. It's Thursday over here.
Okay.
Thanks to technology, we're able to have this conversation. You know, you have a lot of Filipino fans who would want to really get to know you even more. So let's dive right into it. First off, have you ever been to the Philippines?
Nope. I have never been to Asia in general.
Oh.
Yeah, no. I was supposed to go to Korea in 2020. Couldn't go. So
but yes.
Hopefully this year, we can make it happen. So
but have you heard from your Filipino fans then online? Or
absolutely. Every day. I'm always saying hi from the Philippines. And I was like, oh my God, you guys are so cute.
Have you ever thought that your music would reach the opposite end of the world?
Eventually, yes. But just being in a pandemic, it's just so hard to dream big because you just never know, when I'll be able to actually be able to spread my music across the world. But it's sooner than I thought, but finally, yeah.
All right, so now let's talk about how he got started. So as I mentioned earlier, you started out busking. Can you tell us about that experience? How did that experience help you become the artist that you are today?
Absolutely. I just think I had to just get in front of people. I always sang just in front of, my family or church, but I wanted to get in front of fresh faces. And the first time I ever busked, I was 12 years old, and it was at a farmer's market in my hometown. And I had always seen people do it. People would go and play their violins and stuff. And eventually I was like, I'm going to do that one day. I'm going to do it. And then finally when I was 12, I was just like, you know what, it's time to do it. So I went out when I was 12 and started singing, and it was just instant, it was just fun. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't scared. It was just so fun. And then I was like, I got to go to LA because LA is where the music business is. And that's eventually where I want to live one day. So I need to go to LA. And so LA is a 5-hour drive from my hometown. So my family would drive me every other weekend, and I would sing in the streets in LA. And I was doing that from 12 to 16. And I was making good money off of that. That was my job.
Wow. And your parents are very supportive for them to devote their time. Well, basically their whole day, because it's a 5-hour drive. So it's 10 hours it's back and forth.
It's actually we would stay a weekend. So we'd go on a Friday. I'd sing on a Friday night. I'd sing on a Saturday night, and then Sunday afternoon, and we'd leave back so my parents can make it back for work and I can make it back to school.
Wow. Yeah. But you know what, we're kind of jealous because we never got to see that version of you. So can you paint us a picture? What would you play and what songs would you play there? Who were your early influences that time?
Yeah, I was always playing covers. I never did original stuff just because I was just kind of that's personal, that's to me. So it's also a connection to play covers for people so they can sing along too. So I was just singing Bruno Mars. I was singing Justin Bieber, Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato, mainly those poppin' artists. But yeah, at the top of my head, those are the people I used to sing.
And Ed Sheeran also started as a busker. So, you're kind of following that path. And now, you have a song that went viral. Please tell us more about Tomboy, how it was created. I believe this was 2 years ago when you released it.
Tomboy was released in 2019. So it's been out for a while now. That was the first song that I ever put out as an artist to the world. And that was just a song that I just felt like was just very personal and a great introduction for fans and new listeners and supporters to kind of get an idea of who I am and understand me right off the bat, right off the first song. So Tomboy is just a song, you know, written about me and woman empowerment and confidence, and hoping that this song can also boost other women's confidence and, you know, boost their self-esteem a little bit. So yeah, it's definitely a great empowering record to me, and also just tells my story.
Exactly. And it must have been a challenge doing the music video for it, because it carries a very strong message, as you said. So what was it like shooting the music video, and can you tell us what the concept of it is?
Yeah, so the concept is, like I said, this was right in the beginning. So we didn't have a lot of money to like put towards like a great big video. So it was literally like, let's film the video in my hometown. So literally that video was filmed in my hometown. And I got a couple skater friends and kind of just wanted to do a day in the life of Destiny in her small town. So picking up my friends in a car and driving around, skating around, and you know, getting into trouble, things like that. Like, I wasn't that much of a troublemaker, but I definitely did a couple times. But I mean, yeah, I think that was just kind of what it is. Like, okay, like, who is Destiny Rogers? Like, what's she like? And this video just captures that, a day in the life of me, and just kicking it with my friends and skating and getting hot and getting sweaty and being in the sun, you know, things like that. So the video was fun.
Well, it definitely looked like it was so fun to shoot. Now, speaking of capturing the essence of Destiny Rogers, you actually caught the attention. You captured the attention of Blackpink's Lisa. So let's talk about your first reaction when you found out, when you saw her video. Can you remember that moment?
Yes, absolutely. It was literally, I was in a studio session. I was making a song and I was eating dinner, and one of my best friends, she's a huge Blackpink fan, and well, I had gone on Instagram and I was seeing in like DM saying like, hey, did you know Lisa used your video or your song? Did you know Lisa used your song? And I was like, I know who Lisa is from Blackpink, but I'm like, Lisa from Blackpink? Absolutely not. But who's Lisa? Like, you know what I mean? And I didn't know until my friend FaceTimed me and was like, oh my gosh, Lisa, it's Lisa. And I was like, wait. She showed me over FaceTime. I'm like, wait, hold on, I have to see. So I pulled it up on my YouTube, and I was like, oh my God. I was freaking out. I couldn't eat, and I couldn't even focus on writing after that. Like, because I was in the studio. I was like, dude, I'm so sorry, guys, but I cannot like finish this song tonight. Like, this is incredible. So then right away I made a video, and I'm like, yo, Lisa, thank you so much. Like, I commented on it, like, and then all of these fans just started coming my way, and they loved me and they loved the song. So Lisa came in clutch.
But it doesn't stop there. Like, your experience with Lisa continued a few days ago when you got a video call from her. Can you please tell us how that all happened? How was the experience like?
Yeah, so I was actually at the studio again, and a friend of mine, Mark Chuan, he was recording at the same studio I was at. And it was his manager. We were kicking it. We were eating dinner together, and his manager was like, "Oh, take a picture of yourself. I'm gonna send it to Lisa." And I was like, "You got Lisa's number?" I was like, "What?" and he was like, "Yeah, do it." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I was like, "Hey," I took a photo, sent it to her, and then he was like, "Oh, let me just FaceTime her." And I was like, okay." I was like, I didn't know it was gonna happen. So he FaceTimed her, and she ends up answering, and I hear her voice, and then he goes, "Hey, someone wants to talk to you," and then just like goes like this, and I take his phone and I FaceTimed her off of that. So it was literally not a planned thing. It was just like, oh, I know Lisa, like, she'd love to meet you, so here's the phone, talk to her. So I was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was great. I can't even, like, I'm still in shock, but it was like one of the best moments of my life, like, seriously.
And thanks for sharing that on social media, because we felt like we were in, the room with you, like we experienced talking to Lisa as well. So can you tell us about the conversation? Since you said it's just a spontaneous thing, so what came into your mind? Like, what did you guys talk about? I know you posted an excerpt, but like, we want to know the whole conversation.
Yeah, for sure. well, right off the bat, I just was thanking her a billion times because I'm just like, yo, like, and I even said in the video, I'm like, yo, you like changed my life, like for real, like all of these new fans, I'm getting more streams every day. I'm like, you did this, like you helped me, so thank you. And obviously, you know, she's shy girl, so she's like, oh no, your song is so good, like turn it up. And I was just like, and we just kind of were talking like that, but I know that she doesn't speak like the best English, so I was just trying to keep it like normal and also trying to just contain my emotions because I wanted to scream. So I think it was just it was a quick conversation. She was also working. I could tell she was like getting her hair and makes done. So I was like, I don't want to take up her time. So I was like, but thank you. Like, you're the best, girl. And then that was it. It was her a lot.
Wow. That was a pretty amazing thing to experience. But you know, this song, Tomboy, has been like getting second and third life, you know, even after 2 years. You know, Lisa covered it, and now you have a remix out with Cody Rae. Can you tell us how that happened? Was this like after Lisa's dance cover, or was there always a plan?
It was honestly after Lisa's, you know, video. We knew that fans were loving it, and we're like, dang, it's such an old song, like what can we do to kind of revive it and bring it to life a little bit more? And we knew we wanted to get a female on it. So we were trying to think, like, who would it be? Someone that's easy to reach out to, but is also like coming up. And I was like, yo, like Cody Rae is on the come up right now. She's got some songs, you know, coming out and they're doing very well. I'm like, she's about to be a star. I'm like, we might as well get her, you know, like while she's, you know, able to reach. So she ended up doing the song right away, and she's also a tomboy. So that's like another thing that is very important to the record. And she did her verse on it and sent it back in like 30 minutes. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, she did it so fast. Like, she loves the song so much that she didn't even, no questions asked. She was like, I got you. And then sends it back in 30 minutes. And I was like, yo, it's crazy. Like, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. 30 minutes. That's fast. That was fast. Okay, so for those who haven't heard it yet, like, what is the fresh take that you went for in this remix? Like, how would you differentiate it from the original one?
Yeah,
aside from Cody Rae.
I think, I definitely think that her verse brought it back to life a little bit. You know, the song's been out for 2 years, and obviously I love it the same, but it's been out for 2 years, so it's kind of like you lose kind of like the love for it, if that makes sense. Like, you kind of just forget that it's there. You know what I mean? So it's like, now that Koi's on it, it's like brand new, and I literally play it in my car again. Like, I literally fell in love with the song all over again. So she just brought that new flavor, you know, that new just swag, like, to the song, and just made it so much more, you know, grown and just, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but like, she definitely just brought it back to life, and it made me fall in love with the song all over again.
No, I get it. It's like having a longtime boyfriend, and then suddenly he gets a haircut. Like, wow.
My God. I love that. That's perfect. You're just like, I like you again.
So yeah, I get what you mean. Like, you love him, but then it's different.
Dude, yeah, makes it so much better.
Well, I wish we had more time with you, but we only have a few minutes left, Destiny. So I would just like to ask you for a message for your Filipino fans.
Yes. Oh my God. Shout out to the Philippines, all my Filipino fans that just found out about me. I appreciate you guys so much. Please keep streaming the song. I got new music coming out very soon. So I hope you guys stay along with me on this crazy journey. And I can't wait to come to the Philippines and perform for you guys one day.
You've mentioned new music. Let's just touch on that. Like, how soon is soon? What are we expecting here?
We are expecting just a new era, and I think just more grown, because I haven't put out like a brand new record in like 6 or 7 months, and so this is definitely going to be a new sound and a new, just like a new sound, and I think it's just gonna be really great. So I'm just really excited. And on a time frame, it's like soon. Like, I can't say the exact date yet, obviously, but it's like right around the corner. Like, soon. So
Ooh, okay. We'll be waiting for that. You mentioned area. Are you interested in like collaborating with Blackpink? You know,
Like,
is
in your
Blackpink gonna be
area?
in your area?
Well, absolutely. Like who wouldn't? Like I'm such a huge fan of them, and so I'd be down, but I know it's really difficult to reach out to them. So it's like I gotta just let the world do it on its own. You know what I mean? Like let the universe do its thing. It's already
Mhm.
happening because I was a fan of them before Lisa did this. So it's like happening. So I just need to gain like a really good relationship with the girls, and then to the point where it's like, oh yeah, Destiny, hop on this, you know?
The internet would like break if that happens. I mean, we would love to see that. And lastly,
Me
I
too.
would just like to teach you how to say "I love you" in Filipino. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, so it's "Mahal kita, Iana."
Mahal kita, Miana. Like that?
Iana. Iana.
Iana. So
Yes.
mahal kita, Iana.
Yes! No, actually, it's just Mahal Kita, but Iana is like our producer who is a big fan of you. So I just put that there. Well, thank you so much, Destiny, for joining us. You can have dinner now, I guess, because it's, as you said, it's like dinner time over there. Thank you so much for spending time with our Filipino fans. We really appreciate it. And to everyone watching on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, thank you so much for watching. This has been a MYXclusive interview with Destiny Rogers. Once again, I'm BJ IE from the #1 music channel in the Philippines, Mix. Thanks, Destiny.